A candidate for Bexar County Sheriff defending his termination from a post he held 7 years ago. Andy Lopez fired from his job as chief of police for the city of Nixon in 2009 after just 9 months on the job. Public records show the city fired Lopez for failing to meet and maintain specific standards. Lopez tells the Night Team's Tim Gerber a very different story. It's tonight's Defenders investigation.
Yes, I was. I was fired in retaliation. I was fired because I would not stop the investigation.
Andy Lopez says the real reason he was terminated as police chief in Nixon was because he was investigating one of the town's councilmen for allegedly dealing drugs at the local high school.
I was not going to turn my head against the school children. I was going to not let that continue.
Lopez says he immediately contacted the Texas Rangers and U.S. Marshals and turned the investigation over to them. Not long after, he says Nixon's city administrator began pressuring him to drop the case.
I was informed that I either stop the investigation or lose my job.
While Lopez believes his refusal to drop that investigation certainly led to his firing, the city manager here at the time documented several concerns about Lopez's performance as chief in the months leading up to his termination.
Documents obtained by the Defenders show a series of letters written by Nixon's city administrator. The letters start in mid-February 2009 and continue through Lopez's termination in April. Some of the concerns raised: not providing adequate patrols on weekends, lack of written schedules, not providing standard operating procedures, lying to the city administrator, and being caught sleeping on the job. Lopez says he never received any of those documents.
Do you recall any of that?
I don't recall any of that. Nothing about me sleeping on the job or anything like that.
1 year after he was let go, the councilman Lopez said he was investigating was busted by the federal government for dealing large amounts of marijuana. He was sentenced to 18 months in federal prison. Lopez said it was vindication.
I did the right thing. I did not care whether I lost my job or not.
And Lopez told me today during an interview, he said he knew he would be fired, but still felt it was more important to enforce the law, something he said he would do again. Steve?
All right, Tim, I have a question. Was any of the information about that Nixon city councilman that Mr. Lopez alleges dealt drugs to high school students brought up during the federal case?
Steve, not in any of the federal court documents that we've seen, and I even talked to the superintendent of the Nixon Smiley School District yesterday on the phone, who Lopez said tipped him off about that councilman dealing drugs at the school, but she told me she didn't recall what took place 7 years ago and doesn't remember ever meeting with Lopez about drugs. You can read all the documents we obtained for this report by looking for this story on KSAT.com.
Thank you, Tim. Now, we did reach out to Lopez's opponent in the Democratic runoff election. Javier Salazar told us, quote, Mr. Lopez's unstable work history, having bounced around to more than a dozen different departments, does seem like a cause for concern for many. I'm proud of the fact that I have served one department with honor and distinction for 23 years, end quote. Salazar and Lopez will be back on the ballot for the runoff election, which will be on May 24th.